Good afternoon, students. In morning session, we have revised the 5 marks in first lesson, and now we are going to study about the second lesson, objectives of business. Okay, so in morning session itself, we studied about the human activities, economic activities, non-economic activities, example for economic activities and non-economic activities, and differentiation between economic activities and non-economic activities, and about types of economic activities. Now, the types of economic activities we see about employment, profession, and business. Then we are going to see about the characteristics of activities on the basis of that is classification of business activities on the basis of size. It is divided into small scale and large scale, and on the basis of ownership it is divided into three categories. One is private enterprise, public enterprise, and joint enterprises. Okay, then activities on the basis of function. Okay, it is divided into industry, commerce. Now we are going to see about the characteristics of business. So the essential characteristics of business are production or procurement of goods, sale or transfer of exchange, dealing in goods and services, and about dealing in goods and services, regularity of dealings, elements of risk, profit motive. Okay, so these are the 6 characteristics of business. Okay, now first one is production or procurement of goods. That is the first and foremost activities of business is production. Okay, if the goods are produced, then only it is consumed by the consumer by way of using transportations, banking, all those things, the middleman. Okay, it passing through the middleman, warehouse, all those things, it get the consumer gets the product. Okay, the main aim of production is in order to satisfy the wants of the consumer. So goods must be produced or procured in order to satisfy human wants. This is the first characteristics of business. The second characteristics is sale, transfer or exchange. If the goods are produced, then it is sold to other person or transferred to other person in order to exchange to the final consumer. So there must be a sale or exchange of goods or services. When a person weaves cloth for his personal consumption, it is not business because there is no transfer or sale. But if he weaves for business purpose, in such a case, sale or transfer or exchange of goods is taken place. Okay, then dealing in goods and services. The main object here is the goods or services of a doctor, engineer, lawyer, all those things comes under this category. So goods are produced or procured may be consumer goods like cloth, pen, brush, etc., or it may be a producer goods like plant, machinery, all those things comes under producer goods. Whether it is a consumer goods or producer goods, the goods may be exchanged to somehow, that is exchanged or sold to the ultimate consumer in order to earn profit. So this is the third characteristics of business. Okay, so the first characteristics is procurement of goods, second one is sale or transfer of exchange, third one is dealing in goods and services, and fourth one is regularity of dealings. So an isolated dealing in buying, that is it is regular, the buying and selling is, that is production of goods, all those things done in regular manner. The transaction must be regular. For example, if a person buys a scooter for his use and later on dispose it for at a profit, means he cannot be said to have engaged in business. That is, he is selling his second hand goods. Okay, that's all, but he is not a businessman. But in business, the scooter is sold again and again. Okay, so in each and every day it is sold to anybody. For example, Hero Honda company selling scooters to the consumer is termed as a business. So the buying and selling must be recurrent to constitute business. It should be in regular manner. Okay, then these things, the main aim of the business is to earn profit. That is, profit is the main motive of the business. And important features of business is profit motive. Business is a economic activities because it is carried out in order to earn some money. Okay, so which human being makes their living. It is in fact the attraction of profit which spurs people to do business. Okay, many persons are doing nowadays business because in business only they are earning more profit. Okay, so they are attracted by profit. They are going to do a business nowadays. Okay, then elements of risk. If it is business means then there must be a risk. Okay, so that they said that why that is why profit is said to be reward for the risk taking. Okay, if your risk taking is higher, the profit also higher. If your risk taking is lesser, in such a case profit also lesser. We may say in other ways that if you are reading, if you are learning for more time, means you are revising the lesson again and again, means you are getting more marks, whereas you are not learning means you are getting less mark. That is, you are just learning means in such a case you are getting less mark. So likewise the businessmen also, if they are taking more risk means the reward getting is high, whereas the risk taking is less means the reward, that is a profit also less. So the profit that is expected in a business is always uncertain because it depends upon a number of factors beyond the control of the business. For example, change in the consumer preference. If the consumer preference is changed, means in such a case there is no demand for their product. It leads to loss. Then shortage of raw materials. Sometimes the raw materials needed to produce the goods are maybe in short or scarce in nature. Transport bottlenecks, power crisis, all those things leads to result in some loss. Okay, so these upset business calculation, okay, and result in loss. That is why profit is said to be a reward for risk taking. Thus any business activity include an element of risk too. So the 6 characteristics of business, here we saw about 6 characteristics of business. I will say one by one here. So the first characteristic is procurement or production of goods. Okay, sale of transfer of exchange and dealing in goods and services, and profit motive, regularity in dealings, and element of risk. Now we are going to see about the differentiation, that is a comparison between business, profession and employment. First one is about business. Mode of establishment. So promoters, decision, registration and other formalities are prescribed by the law. If you want to start a business, you have to follow some registration procedures and formalities. Okay, then only you have to start a business. Whereas a profession means membership of a professional body. For example, if you want to be a doctor, means you finished that degree and get the membership in that professional body. Okay, some certificate of practice. Whereas employment, service contract or letter of employment, that is contract or appointment letter are essential in order to get employment. So these are the first more differences, comparison in case of business, profession and employment. The next one is nature of work. Okay, the nature of work related to business is goods and services are produced here, whereas personalized services, for example, doctors giving some treatment to the patient, so the service is personalized one. Whereas in case of employment, performing the assigned work by the employer. So whatever work is assigned by the employer, that is done by the employee in case of employment. Okay, qualification, recording the qualification in business category of business, there is no minimum qualification, whereas profession, education and training in specialized field is essential. Minimum qualification is necessary in order to carry out an employment. Then basic motive. The main motive of the business is earning profit, whereas in case of profession, rendering service. They are first main aim is they are giving some special things to rendering service. Then employment, earning wages or salary by serving the employer. capital, the investment of capital required in order to start a business is based on the size of the firm. Okay, if it is a small scale, the less capital is necessary. Where it is a large scale business means they need huge capital. Then limited capital is necessary in case of profession, and no capital is necessary because he is working as an employee. Okay, so employee is getting only salary. He is not investing any capital. Okay, then reward, the businessman getting profit, whereas the doctors, that is the professionals, get professional fee. The employee is getting salary or wages. The risk in case of business is uncertain and irregular, that is profit is uncertain and irregular, whereas in case of profession, fee is regular one and certain one, never negative. Fixed and regular payment is get by the employee. Then transfer of interest. Transfer of interest is possible, that is if you may transfer the business to anybody. Okay, you may sell the business to anyone at any time, but it is not possible in the case of profession as well as in employment. And a code of ethics, no specific code of conduct or moral, or anyone may who is having much capital and knowledge about the field may start a business, whereas in case of profession they need professional code of ethics. In case of employment, rules and regulations of the employing organization. Okay, these are the code of ethics. So these are the 9 points regarding the comparison of business, profession and employment. Okay, now we are going to see the next topics. So listen, comparison between business, profession and employment. Now we are going to see the next topic relating to these objectives of business, that is objectives of business. Every business enterprise has certain objectives which regulate and generate in its activities. Objectives are needed in every area where performance and result direct affect the survival and prosperity of the business. The various objectives of business may be classified into 5 categories here. The first one is about economic objectives. What is the meaning of economic objectives? Each and every business is carried out in order to earn money. So in order to earn money, the business is carried out. Therefore, this is the first objectives of business. Economic objectives refers to objectives of earning profit and also other objectives that are necessary to be pursued to achieve the profit objectives. That is not only the main objective profit, he is also necessary to follow some other objectives also in order to get these profit objectives. Okay, so here we say as creation of customer. If there are more customer, then only he is earning profit. Regular innovations, the goods may be creative one. Okay, again and again we are changing some modulation in the packages, quality, quantity, all those things. So in order to carry out earn more profit, the economic objectives is the more main objectives of any business. Then second one is about social objectives. Here in social objectives, business operate in a society by utilizing its scarce resources. That is the resources like here water, electricity, all those things utilized by the business. Okay, therefore the society expects something in return from its welfare. So no activities of the business should be aimed at giving any kind of trouble to the society. The business activities are carried out in order to give some benefit to the society, not trouble to the society. So social objectives are those objectives of business which are desired to be achieved for the benefit of the society. It is not for the giving some trouble to the society. Okay, this is about social objectives because the business is carried out by using the society resources. So, okay, therefore the business in turn gives some welfare to that society. Okay, then organizational objectives. Organizational objectives denote those objectives of an organization intends to accomplish during the course of its existence in the economy, that is expansion, modernization of business, supply of good qualities to the consumers, then customers satisfaction, all those comes under these organizational objectives. Then human objectives. So human objectives aimed at well-being as well as well-fulfillment of expectation of the employees. Here not only the employees, the expectation of the consumer, Okay, the also the people who are disabled, handicapped, deprived of proper education and training, all those comes under human objectives. The human objectives of business may thus includes economic well-being of the employees, social and psychological satisfaction of employees, and development of human resources. So first about economic objective, second social objective, third organization objective, fourth human objective, and the last one national objectives. Okay, so each and every business is carried out in a nation, so that business must give some benefit to its nation also. Okay, so being an important part of the country, every business have must objectives for fulfilling national goals and aspirations. The goal of the country may be to provide employment opportunities to its citizen. Okay, so if any business is carried out means in that industries many of them getting employment opportunities and earn some revenue for its exchequer, become self-sufficient in production of goods and services, and promote social justice. So business activities should be conducted keeping these goals of the country in mind, which may be called as national objectives of business. So these are the objectives of business. In today class, objectives of business, we see the following things. First, we saw about the human activities. What is the meaning of human activities? Human activities is nothing but it is carried out by human being in order to earn money. Okay, so in order to satisfy some personal satisfaction. Then economic activities, it is carried out in order to earn money. The non-economic activities is to satisfy social and psychological needs are called non-economic activities. Then difference between economic and non-economic activities. Then types of economic activities, that is employment, profession and business. Employment is nothing but the one who is employed by others are called employees, and the one who employ others is called employer. Then we see about profession. It is a more than a job. Okay, it is a career for someone who is competent in their respective areas. Then we are seeing see about business. So here the famous definition, business may be defined as a human activity directed towards producing or acquiring wealth through buying and selling of goods, according to H. Haney. Okay, then we are going to see about the classification of business on the basis it is categorized on the basis of size, ownership and function. On the basis of size, it is two types, one is small scale and large scale business. Then on the basis of the ownership, it is three categories. It is divided into three categories: private enterprise, public enterprise and joint enterprise. Activities on the basis of function, it is industries and commerce. Then characteristics of commerce: production and procurement of goods, sale or transfer of goods, and dealing in goods and services. The fourth one is about dealing in goods and services, procurement of goods. And then fourth one is recording the profit motive as well as regularity of dealings, elements of risk.